Welcome back, NCAC sports fans, and thanks for joining us today for the first edition of The Rundown for the 2017-18 academic year. Before we get rolling, we first want to welcome our student athletes, coaches, athletic administrators, and fans to the 34th season of competition in the North Coast Athletic Conference. To kick off the first show of the year, we will head out to the gridiron where first-year Wabash running back Ike James put on an absolute show with 238 rushing yards and 3 touchdowns on 43 carries in the Little Giants' 35-26 season-opening home win over Albion. With the Little Giants holding on to a narrow 14-10 lead at halftime, James scored on the first 2 possessions of the second half to extend the lead out to 28-10. First, he capped off a 6-play, 58-yard drive by weaving into the end zone on this 7-yard scamper early in the third quarter. He then beat the Albion defense to the end zone on this 10-yard run later in the quarter to push the lead out to 18 points and send Wabash on to the victory. NCAC football squads return to action this Saturday with 4 total games on the slate, led by a pair of league matchups as Oberlin will host Kenyon and Wooster will travel to Allegheny. We'll now head over to Wooster, Ohio, where the Fighting Scots field hockey team kicked off the 2017 campaign with an 8-0 win over Wells College on Sunday. A first-year player also shined in the victory for Wooster as Sydney Schuster racked up 8 total points in her first collegiate game on 3 goals and 2 assists. Schuster, a native of Ann Arbor, Michigan, put the Scots on the board first as she corralled this loose ball in front of the net and slipped it by the Wells goalie early in the first half. She then assisted on this Caitlin O'Connor goal midway through the first half to put the Scots up 3-0, before adding another assist to O'Connor early in the second half to put Wooster up by 4. Schuster then went on to complete the hat trick with back-to-back goals late in the game to secure the season-opening win for Wooster. We will have another action-packed week of NCAC field hockey with 15 total games scheduled between Wednesday and Sunday. And that's highlighted by Denison hosting DePaul in league action on Saturday morning. Finally, we'll close out this show on the pitch as Oberlin rookie Brittany Mendez made her presence felt at the collegiate level on the first weekend of play. The Washington, D.C. native scored her first career goal on Saturday in a 4-0 win over Pitt Bradford, but she was even more productive a day later in the 7-1 win over Bluffton with her first career hat trick. Mendez opened the scoring against Bluffton late in the first half as she took this through ball from Michaela De Lemos, raced by the defenders, and fired in a shot past the Bluffton goalie. With Oberlin then leading 5-0 late in the second period, Mendez completed the hat trick by beating this defender near the end line and blasting another shot past the Beavers goalie. And Oberlin, which extended its winning streak to 3 straight with a 3-1 win over Baldwin Wallace last night, will now look to extend its winning streak to 4 straight with a 2 p.m. match at Defiance on Saturday afternoon. Well, NCAC sports fans, that puts a wrap on this week's show. But be sure to join us again next week for another edition of The Rundown.